Hi gorgeous! Today I'm showing you a look with the ViseArt Bridal Satin palette, and I'll give you my full review on it at the end of the video. First eyeshadow I'm using in this palette is a light peach shade, and I'm applying this into the crease with a fluffy brush, and uber pigmented eyeshadow here, so a little bit goes a long way. Then I'm taking this beautiful red purple and applying this into the outer half of the eye. And this was the color that made me want to buy this palette. It is so beautiful and the pigmentation is absurd. I barely have anything on the brush to apply this, and you can see how much intense color there is. And then I took a little bit of that and blended it up into the outer V, and went back with more of that peach shade we used in the crease in the beginning and blended these two colors together. And I took a little bit of a matte blending shade, this is Max Blanc type, and lightly blended along the edges to get rid of the harsh lines. And last eyeshadow I'm taking from this palette is this really light silver shade, and I'm applying this into the inner half of the lid and blending it into that purple eyeshadow. One touch of this eyeshadow was all I needed, and we're talking about pigmentation city. To complete the eyes, I'm adding in MAC's Designer Purple eyeliner onto the waterline. I also went back with a little bit more of that reddish purple eyeshadow we used on the outer half of the eye and smudged that along the lower lash line. And then I added in a pair of false eyelashes. This is a sample pair that I recently got for Inky Minky, and these will be added into the line within the next 2 months. Still working on a name for these, so if you think of one, let me know. So is the Bridal Satin palette worth getting? Short answer is yes. And I will be breaking it down for you here in a minute in terms of ounce and price comparisons with competitors to give you an idea of why I'm saying that, because I'm not just saying that, I actually have a reason for saying that. But first I wanted to show you the palette up close and give you some swatches of the eyeshadows so you can see what they really look like. So you get 12 eyeshadows in this palette in a beautiful range of colors. That was what made me select this palette out of all of the others that are available. I just loved the color range in here, and pigmentation is amazing. It is exactly what you would expect for an $80 eyeshadow palette, and these are some of the best eyeshadows I have ever used. And I'm not even kidding when I say just one touch of the brush in the eyeshadow, applying it onto your eyes, you have instant color, and the color is real intense. You don't even need that much on the brush when you do apply these eyeshadows. No need to spritz them with setting spray at all. Every single one of these shows up the first time, every time. Could not be more pleased with this palette in terms of pigmentation. Lasting power, same thing. The other day when I wore these, they didn't crease, they didn't move, they didn't fade. They looked just as good as when I had first applied them. And that was a day when I wore my eyeshadow for about 16 or 17 hours. And then I took it off, but I'm pretty sure if you wanted to wear this one longer than that, you absolutely could. And here's my reasoning for recommending this palette to you. I had to justify the $80 price, so I went a little bit further with this palette and broke it out in price comparison points between ounces with some competitor eyeshadow brands. So as an example, MAC eyeshadows are $10 per pan, and they give you 0.04 ounces per eyeshadow. If you break down the ViseArt eyeshadows into a single pan, they come out to be 0.07 ounces for $6.67 per eyeshadow. So you are saving about $4 there per eyeshadow, and you're getting almost double the amount of product. Now additionally, if you want to save even more money on this palette and get it for $66 compared to $80, you can use two different options right now to do that. Sephora is offering a one-time 10% discount code to VIB and VIB Rouge members right now. I'll have that pop up on the screen for you. This does expire on February 11th. And another thing that you can do to cheapen the price of this palette is to use eBates. I recently started picking my eBates account back up. I had neglected it for so long, And every time you shop on websites like Sephora, Ulta, any of these makeup websites, you get cash back on your purchases. And they tend to run really great promotions throughout the year, and they increase that cash back percentage. Right now, they are offering 8% cash back through any Sephora purchase. So if you were to combine up the eBates discount with the Sephora discount code that's running right now, that would bring this palette to $66. And if you broke it down by ounce, like I had talked about a second ago, that would bring it down to $5.50 per eyeshadow, which to me is a really great deal when you look at what you're getting and the amount of eyeshadows in here and the quality, which just cannot be beat. And if you don't have an eBates account, I'll have all the information below on how you can sign up to get one. It is one of the best ways to save money, especially if you do a lot of shopping online. And they do have an option now where you can install a toolbar into your internet browser, and when you're on a site that supports eBates, it'll pop up and say, do you want to save money here? Log into your account. And that has really helped me to remember to use my eBates account because I wasn't using it for so long. I always forgot about it. So I'll have that information listed for you below. And I'm always going to be honest with you about products, especially at this price point. I put off buying this for so long because I could not bring myself to justify the price of this palette. But breaking it down by the ounce and doing a price comparison between this and MAC really did help to put it into more perspective for me. So I hope that it helped you to see also that you're getting a really great quality product at a really great price when you do break it down. So if it's one that you've been considering, I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed by it. And if you want to use a combination of the Sephora discount code with eBates, you're going to save at least $20 on it right there. So let me know if you've tried this palette out or any of the other ones from ViseArt, ViseArt. Somebody will correct me on that, I'm sure. Would love to hear your feedback on any of these palettes, whether you have used them or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great weekend!